Good afternoon, YouTube. I'm going to try cleaning the grinder on my Breville Barista Express. So I've got to take the bean hopper out there, and I've already cleaned out the upper part that you can remove, and I vacuumed inside of here out, so that's all clean. And what I was thinking of doing is trying some rice. Yeah, so you got to get the lock spun around. Let's see. Yeah, so if you don't get the grinder basket in, you'll get this blinking light there. So that means you haven't got this seated in there properly. It should click into the lock position. So now when you turn the power on, everything's okay. You get the single light there. So I happen to be on double cup. So I only have a little bit of white rice left. So this is uncooked white rice. So I'm going to use all of this. And what I'm going to do here is start on the coarsest setting. I'm going to dump the rice in the hopper. And the idea is you want to run the rice through starting on coarse. And then as the rice comes through, gradually move it down to finer setting. So let's see what happens here. I'll grind it and dump it back into my little dish there. So let's see what happens. So that's what I got out of there, some rice powder. I just tipped out what was in the filter basket, and a lot of coffee grounds came out, and then it gradually turned white. So let's see, I'll run another cycle here. So I think that's about it. It's pretty much all fine, pretty much like flour there. I guess that's what's supposed to happen. Let's see, maybe we can go take a look inside of here. So there's the inside of the grinder. I think it did a pretty good job. That was caked up pretty well. Pretty full of coffee down in there. And then there's all the rice that went through. So I guess the idea is the rice powder picks up the oils in the coffee and kind of soaks up some of that. Anyway, that's all the white rice I had, so I figure I would run that through. Apparently Breville recommends doing that. One of my viewers commented and said they had talked to Breville and they told them to run some uncooked white rice through, and you end up with pretty much rice flour, very fine grains. Yeah, over here I was just running the grinder from the coarsest setting and then kind of back and forth just to open it up and close it down. I'll get my vacuum here and see if we can vacuum out some of that rice. Take a peek in there. I think that's pretty well clean. That seemed to really clean out down deep in the grinder there. That was pretty well packed with all the coffee grounds that had built up. So I think I'll take a toothbrush here and kind of brush this part out. Yeah, it looks like it's pretty clear there. Got all the coffee oil and fine powder out of the little grooves. That looks pretty clear. I think I'll give it a try tomorrow, see how the grinder works. When you're putting the bean hopper back in, you need it on the unlock position. So turn it all the way over, and when it's in the lock position, the two pins stick out. And when you go to unlock, those two pins pull back. Have it in the unlock position there, which pulls those pins out, and the pins go into holes that are lined up front to back. So you need to have it that way and it'll drop in place, and then you turn it in the lock direction, and now it's locked in there. So if it doesn't turn real easy right there, you're not lined up right. So yeah, I think I will throw some beans in there tomorrow and give this a try. I've also got a little bit of coffee oil on the back side there. I might try to clean that out. This is only the second time I've cleaned this grinder in about 6 years. So I don't think it needs really frequent cleaning. Of course, I only use unflavored coffee. I don't use any flavored stuff. I understand some of the flavorings can gum up the grinder a little bit quicker. But I probably should have cleaned it a little before now, because what I noticed was I had to run the grinder on pretty much the coarse end of the setting. I used to be down at like 7, 8, 9, and now I'm running it up around 12 or 13, which is up at the upper end. I'll probably rinse my filter basket out and let that dry. See the light through there, all the holes are still open. So yeah, you'd want to check that out, make sure none of the holes are plugged from the rice flour. Yeah, I think that's good. So let all this stuff dry out and then we'll try it in the morning. As always, thanks for watching.